from Rhythm and Tunes Piano School. I thought I would just come on here briefly for a couple of minutes, just finishing up in the studio for the day, and wanted to share a few highlights with you. So just give a little minute to see if anybody's going to join me. I have already checked my sound settings, so I've turned those back up after a day of teaching online and having to turn them down because I can't have two devices with sound, otherwise I get that dreadful feedback. So I'm just going to double check that before we launch into the few little highlights from today. So welcome, and yeah, good to see you here. So I guess the first thing I wanted to share with you is just a class I had. I had a teenager girl today in one of my classes, and she sat down and she played the accompaniment for Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and she played a few of the chords to start with, and then she said, "Oh, would you like me to sing?" And I was a little bit impressed that she was happy to sing in front of me, because you know, I guess when I was a teenager, I wasn't all that comfortable singing in front of people. But she then proceeded to start it again and sing along, and I just let her play through the whole song and looked at her mum at the end and said, "Well, aren't you lucky? You get to listen to this beautiful playing and singing at home." And she goes, "Yep, sure am." So that was a really beautiful musical moment from today. I had my class of reasonably new class of little 9 and 10-year-old girls today as well, and one of them is absolutely hilarious. I've decided, an incredibly funny sense of humour, and I was teaching something. I can't even remember what I was teaching, because I turned around, I just looked over to my left just to make sure that she could see and she understood what I just finished saying, and she was standing there, like, I kid you not, she was just standing there, and she just had, like this. Okay. I said, "What are you doing?" Oh, she goes, "I'm just so tired." So she's physically keeping her eyes open in my class, and I had a joke with her about how boring I must be for her to have to physically keep her eyes open while I'm teaching her. But she assured me it wasn't boring, that she was just very tired, and I let her know that I might have some toothpicks here for her next week. So that was just a really funny little I don't know, kids are hilarious, aren't they? You just never know what they're going to say next. So what else? Oh, and then I had my gorgeous student, who I have had since she was probably 10 or 11. She has now turned 18, and she's still coming for lessons, and I just love getting into I call it sort of colouring in. So she's got a piece of music that she's transposed into a different key, and now we've started arranging it in that new key. And so we were just getting stuck into all sorts of different ideas of how we could arrange this music to make it sound give it a lot more depth and texture than what was actually, you know, all the black dots that are printed on the page. And so I always sort of talk about the idea of a colouring in page. You've got the black line there, and we've got the outline and the structure, and then we have the fun of getting to colour it in. So we were colouring in our music in that lesson. So that was really awesome, because it was sounding really incredible, some of the ideas she was coming up with. So lots of fun and lots of creativity here this afternoon at Rhythm and Tunes Piano School. So I thought tonight I would just show you a piece of music that is from level 4 of the program. It's a piece called Deep River by Neil Moore. I have a student here who also happens to be my son, who's going to come across and play the piece, and I'm just going to play a little lower part accompaniment with it, and we'll see how we go. So we don't do perfect around here, so we might maybe have to do a couple of takes, but I think we're pretty good. So come on over and we'll get stuck into Deep River. You can wave at the camera as you come in. Here we go. Awesome work. All right, so you can see, I think you might have been a little bit nervous first time through. We played it through twice. So it takes a little bit of time to warm up sometimes. So yeah, that's some of the fun that we have here in the studio, duets and all sorts of musical melting moments. So I wanted to let you know also that Music on Steroids starts again. Can't believe it, another round coming up from this Wednesday. So we'll be starting at 12:30 Wednesday, South Australian time. And if you're someone who has learnt or has a little bit of a prior background in playing the piano, and you've always wanted to learn about how to play chords, this is definitely the right program for you. If you want to be able to play some pieces of music from memory, this is also definitely the right program for you. I've had a couple of ladies come in over the last few months, and even though I've said we don't use the sheet music for at least until we've got 30 to 50 songs that we can play from memory, they've got a little bit confused and they've opened up their music book and just played all the songs from the music. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine, but it's not the program for you. If you want to have music in front of you from the very beginning, the whole idea is to teach you a way to decode the music off the page eventually, So you can just play it from memory anytime, anywhere, on any piano. So you don't need to be dragging your music around with you. And if you want to be freed from the page and not be tied up with, having to look at the page all the time, then this is definitely something that you might find really, really interesting. So just reach out on this page if you are keen, and I will be in touch. All right, but you better be quick because we start Wednesday, and we will there's already a bunch of gorgeous, lovely ladies enrolled. So if you want to join us, very welcome. Just send me a message on this page. Okay, that's it for now. Over and out, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. See you later.